Do you always, not always, but do you often, slash sometimes, slash always, are we kidding, think about what you would go and grab if the zombie apocalypse happened? I've seen a few videos lately, and you gotta admit, it's a fun line of thought. So I'm just going to go through my top 3 zombie survival weapons that I'd be grabbing if it happened. So we're in Australia, so firearms aren't everywhere like in some other countries. So all mine are melee style weapons. I'm not a particularly good archer, so it's not going to be anything long range from me. I'm just going tools to skulls, and this is what I've come up with. So I'll start with my sort of EDC knife, which is kind of what you would upgrade your standard folder to if you if this sort of thing happens. So it's going to be a good sheath belt knife. So mine would be the Hardcore Hardware MFK4, super strong, super stabby, good penetration, and yeah, just an overall super fun, well made, nice and you know, stabby knife to dispatch the zombie skulls. Pretty good. It's sort of not too huge that you'd really be too bothered carrying around a giant sort of, you know, I was going to say my Cold Steel Trailmaster or something. Yeah, I know probably bigger is better in the zombie world, but I've got 2 other bigger things that I'm just about to bring out. So that's my first one. This will be like my EDC zombie knife. The next thing, sort of probably my standard, most commonly used crowd control tool would be this. This is the Cold Steel Spetsnaz shovel. It's a really good sort of 4-bladed, very sort of slicey shovel, and also a shovel is very useful for lots of other things too. This is made of 1055 carbon steel, and you can certainly get a good grip on it with 2 hands or 1 hand. Swing it around, get a good radius around yourself. Just do some nice slashing and stabbing cuts. Probably wouldn't want to. You're probably not going to have too much luck getting it into like the skull, but you could probably chop some heads off with it pretty easily, unless it's like some months on or years on Walking Dead. You know how the zombies gradually seem to become more and more mushy with each season that passes? It'll do really well in about season 6, but as for season 1, probably just a better sort of crowd controller, pusher, stabber, and also just a general good utility tool. So that's my second one. And my main sort of, you know, when you get your big boy zombie that's lumbering towards you, it's still quite intact. I'm going to go with the Cold Steel Viking hand axe as my sort of final boss dispatcher. So I just got this the other day, and it's a pretty nasty thing to get cut with, that's for sure. It's got a good sort of variable grip system you can use on it, so you can choke up, you know, you can swing obviously. You can use this sort of hooky part here to grapple and grab and sort of probably pull yourself up things as well, and all sorts. It's just a really cool design. This has got the 30-inch hickory handle, really nice and easy to make another one. It's screwed on with a little sort of plastic screw through there, which is just the right mix of being stable but also having a bit of give. This is a really fun, cool tool, and you know what? Swinging this around, making a radius around yourself, or you know, it's gonna do a pretty good job, I think. It's even got a bit of a point up here that you can use it to sort of lance and stab if you're keen for that as well. So that's my big bubba one, my Viking hand axe by Cold Steel. I don't know whose hands these hand axes were made for, but it's definitely a 2-handed thingy for me. So that's me, and that's my silly zombie tools video. What are yours? There's a bunch of videos around, so I encourage you to make a video response, or just make a video, because I think everyone likes to see, and everyone likes the fantasy just a little bit. Alright dudes, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.